everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Steph and this is Steph Colours, where I talk about all things adult colouring and art supplies. In today's video I'm just going to go through my August wrap up, everything I've coloured in August and what my plans will be for September. So I didn't get as many pages coloured as I hoped I would in August. There are a few things that got thrown in the middle of the month. My work situation changed and it was all kind of a bit stressful, so yeah, I didn't get as much colouring done as I would have liked, but it's okay. So I did manage to do, I think, 5 or 6 pages in 5 books. I did colour in one previously uncoloured book, and I did 2 buddy colours, which I narrowly managed to complete this month. So yeah, so the first page I completed this month was a buddy colour with Ali from Colour Mama 360, and we chose Magical Worlds by Johanna Basford, and this is the page that we chose. It's just a fairy house page, which is it was really cute. It was fun to colour. What did I use? I used Montmartre premium coloured pencils, and I also used some polychromos and some the Montmartre metallic markers for the stars and things like that, and the little gold details. And I also used Zig Wink of Stella on the petals of the flowers, just to give it a bit of glitter and shine. So yeah, that was a fun page. I actually really liked how the leaves turned out. So I kind of started out, my original plan was to do a more cool sort of colour scheme, but that sort of went out the window, and I ended up just adding some warm highlights in there as well, which, yeah, I thought worked quite well. Yeah, it really made the leaves pop, and the light reflecting from the windows as well. So yeah, that was fun. Took me almost all month to complete, but we got there in the end. I'll insert Ali's page here, and I'll link her channel down below so you can check out her colouring wrap up as well. So that's that one. Then the second buddy colour I completed was with Rochelle from Chaluna Crafts, and we picked a double page spread in Romantic Country by Eriy, and this was a previously uncoloured book, so it was nice to get around to actually colouring in some of my uncoloured books. So this is the page we chose. And again, I didn't really have too much of a plan going into it, but I quite like how it turned out. What really sped up the process for me was I used the dual tip water-based markers I got from Temu, and based most of the cart and some of the baskets and things like that with that, and I think it worked pretty well. Like, it's kind of patchy, but it sort of gave a bit of a watercolor look to it, which, yeah, I quite like how it turned out. And I just used Prismacolors to shade over the top and these areas and the ribbons and things like that, because yeah, I was really struggling with, I tried polychromos first, and I don't know, it really dug into the paper, so it kind of dug in on this side and on this side as well. So this paper is, I don't know, not suited to really hard pencils, I don't think. So yeah, I think the mix of the water-based markers and the Prismacolors work really well on this paper. And I also used these soft pastels I got from AliExpress. It's this Nione brand. I don't think they have any more colours. If they did, it would be really good, but yeah, that worked quite well for the shading, yeah, and the sky background and the shadow areas. So yeah, that's how that one turned out. I'll insert Rochelle's pages up here, and I'll link to her channel below as well. Then if you saw my previous video, I coloured a page from my practice version of Tales from the Witch's Cottage. I just wanted to try out some water mediums and things. And where is the page? Let's find it. Yes. So here was the page I completed. Yeah, I tried out a few techniques, some ink blending with distress ink and a stencil in the background, some oil, water-based, no, what are they? Water-soluble oil marker, some water-soluble oil pastels from Montmartre. And I went way too heavy on the paper here, but again, it was just a practice and a learning experience. And then I used some watercolour paints and just acrylic markers and Montmartre premium colour pencils as well. And they're real brush pens, which are a water-based marker too. So yeah, I'm quite happy with how it turned out. Again, it was just a practice, and I learnt what to do and what not to do for next time. So that was the main thing. So I did that page. And then I did a couple of pages in my cozy colouring books that I had started and hadn't quite finished yet. So the first one is in Dog Moments by Hikaru Kotz. Not that one. Nope, not that one. Where is it? This page. It doesn't look like I did much to it. I just did the sky and the railing and added a few little shadows here and there. I didn't do much to it at all, really. But yeah, that's all right. That was just a nice break from doing some of the more in-depth colouring with pencils and things like that. Yeah, so that was that one. And then I did 2 pages out of Cozy Corner by Coco. And this is still my most coloured book so far. I think I've done 45% of the book is now complete. So I just wanted to do the 2 pages in between where I'd already coloured. So I did this chick house, which I think I actually have to go over this with some white gel pen or something just to bring out a bit of a highlight so you can barely read that. Yeah, I wasn't really enjoying the colour scheme I chose for this page. I also tried to do some water effects following the Coco How to Colour Patterns book, but that totally failed. So I ended up just going over it with the dark colour and, you know, adding a few little gel pen highlights. But yeah, that was a fail. I will try again at another point. Anyway, it was fun though. It wasn't, you know, it wasn't stressful. It was just something to do. So that was that. And then I like how this page turned out. This is just a little local fruit stand. Tried to do some blending with the mangoes and things here, but I prefer the colour scheme that I chose on this page. Didn't do much in the way of shadows or, you know, light effects or anything like that. But again, it's just to relax and it's fun. So that was all I managed to complete this month. I also did a little bit more work on this page from Timea Herczeg's colouring book, but yeah, I didn't get very far. So I've still got to try and finish this in the next month. Hopefully it won't take me that long, but yeah, I will get back to it. I just got distracted by life and other things. So yeah, planning to come back to that one in September. And this page from Pawsome Moments I didn't quite complete either. So, to be fair, I totally forgot about it, so I would like to get this one finished in the next day or so as well. So that's the plan for that. And yeah, I didn't even touch any of the other books I planned to get to in August. So hopefully they will move over to September. But we'll see how things go. I'm not going to make too many grand plans. So I'm not sure if my plans for September are going to be particularly exciting, but I still would like to finish some of these whips that I have since before August. So I'd like to do this page in the Miniature Secret Garden with my Languo gel pens. So that's one. I still have this whip in Little Worlds by Gabi Wolf. This page here, which again I have not touched. I would like to finish it, so that is a plan for September. Another whip is this one in the Posh Coloring Book by Marjolein Bastin. This one's again going to take me a long time, but I would like to try and get it finished in September. That. I still have this one ongoing in Rita Berman's Hidden Oceans. Now that I've sort of tried a few more water mediums as backgrounds, I might give this a go this month too. Yeah, I just abandoned it because I wasn't happy with the background and I didn't know how to fix it. So we might just not let my fears get to me and give this one a crack in September. It'd be nice to get that one finished. That's that one. And I have this page in Magical Earth, the Mythographic book by Joseph Catimbang, that I did plan to do in August, but again, things got in the way and I didn't get to even look at it. So I would like to tackle this one in September as well. And that would help me knock off another uncoloured book. And speaking of uncoloured books, I have Symphony of Cute Animals. And this one I'm planning to do a buddy colour with Laurie from Creative Joy US. So we were planning on doing this page. But we may also do another page from Hanna Karlzon's Merry Christmas, but we'll see how that goes. So that's the little fox page I'm planning to do. So that'll be 2 previously uncoloured books. Okay, so that's my wrap up of August colouring pages and my not very ambitious plans for September. We will see what happens. I may have a great month and get to a few more pages than I thought. So my next video, I'm planning on doing an overview of my organisation and how I've arranged all my art supplies and how I track my colouring pages and things. I have a Google Sheets spreadsheet that I've set up for that. So I'll go through everything there, and I also have another little book haul coming up soon. So again, until next time, I'd like to thank everybody who's liked, commented and subscribed and watched my videos. It really, really means a lot to me, and I can't believe the amount of people who've watched my videos. I really, really wasn't expecting to get anyone to watch, actually. So, it really, really means a lot. So thank you very much, and until next time, happy colouring. Bye.